That looks bad.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Try to put the timer up to see who took longer.
Oh, do I gotta eat it? Okay.
That's close.
He ate it, man.
I ate it. Let me do one more.
I think
Let
he
me
has
see
to do
one more while he's trying to eat it. I think it's this hip in the armpit because then I can really.
I think you have to climb that knee up, though. That front foot. Climb the knee up.
When I do that, though, I lose weight on it. It's got to be like.
I don't know. It looks bad. I think that was worse than mine.
Yeah, we get the gist though, I think. We should be bulking right now.
I had to get a little more Taco Bell back in the day. I was like,
That's the shirt. I like it. I gotta give me one of those. Yeah, I'm Josh. This is my dad, Steve. If you saw my mom, it would make more sense. You would believe that. We are both tag team black belts. We've trained with Junior and Nick for years now, and been with them as we've all been trying to build this team that has been winning all of these big IBJJF events lately. We're just kind of here to share some jiu-jitsu with you guys and then celebrate some promotions with you guys and then hopefully beat up some of you guys. Our teaching is going to be slightly different. We don't really show a do this technique, step 1, step 2, step 3. We really try to stick with big ideas that will help with the jiu-jitsu that you already do. The passes that you like to do already, what we're going to show will help you do those more efficiently, okay? If you want to work specifically what we show, you are welcome to, but if you go, oh, this seems to apply to this pass I already do, work that pass. Ask questions about that pass. You do not have to work exactly what we show. The goal is to help you guys understand the idea and just understand how to pass the guard in general better. Does that make sense? Sound good? All right, so we're just gonna start with something, and this is something that I teach a lot, but it's this idea of being chest over chest while on top, while passing the guard. And then what we're gonna actually focus more on is accomplishing the idea. A lot of times when I teach this, I just teach the idea and try to get people to understand it. But we have some different ways to accomplish chest over chest that I think are gonna be really valuable for you guys and you will really like, okay? So this idea comes from that when we are passing the guard, our goal is obviously to get around the legs, but it is to pin the person. So for instance, like if I were to pass his guard and get on your side, and so if I were to pass his guard, this is not past his guard, right? If I were to try to start to do something to him, he's gonna get his knee in and he is going to get away, right? And it looks like I'm passed, but the reason that is not a pass is because he's not flat. Okay? So when we understand chest over chest, what we are really understanding is a simple way to accomplish flattening people. You can underhook, you can do all kinds of other things to flatten people, but to me, the simplest way to flatten somebody is when he is playing jiu-jitsu, if I can keep him off of my hips and my shoulders, because that's where he's gonna frame and keep me out of distance, and I can get chest over chest, his ability to move, his ability to fight is very much weakened in this position. And so maybe I'll grab and go ahead and jiu-jitsu me something from here. Like really jiu-jitsu, grab grips, do something. So in that fight, you see that knee cut, and it required very little movement. Generally, the knee cut looks like this. And then it's like this fight, and guys really, really struggle to finish, and you get stuck where the guy's shoulder is staying on the mat. You look at here, I gained chest over chest, and he is now flat. And watch how little movement I have to do with my knee. Notice how my body just kind of stayed in the same spot, okay? The reason this works is because it flattens it, okay? So then we could look at like correcting the knee cut, we could look at correcting like a Toriando pass. You all do Toriando passes, and generally what happens is the better guy you go with, the more afraid we are to get close. And so when we go to Toriando, you see guys doing this stuff all the time, but I will never pass him at this distance. Even if I got completely around his legs, look how far away I am. And we can correct that Toriando pass with chest over chest. I can connect, and I can walk chest over chest, and then look how easily I can flatten him. So again, these are just really little simple tweaks on a few different passes. Does anybody have any other passes that they like? They go, hey, does this idea apply? What do you got, Lawrence? The crazy dog pass. Oh yeah, I was hoping we would get to the crazy dog pass. Kind of the big fight that we have with crazy dog is we are fighting for that lapel, correct? Why do we fight for that lapel? Just yell it out, guys. To get him close. Because if I get him close, I'm chest over chest. And I can flatten, right? And so, when we're thinking about this, if I just understand that that is the goal when I'm doing a crazy dog pass, I don't have to overthink how I get close. A lot of times, when I get my crazy dog grip, I will literally just start to do this, right? I don't need to fight and give me some resistance with this. When I start to do this, then it's easy for me to step around, and it's easy for me to flatten, right? And so I'm using way less. I didn't have to grab that lapel. I don't have to reach for his neck because I did what the goal was. That's what that hand does, is it pulls him underneath. This idea making a little sense for you guys, okay? We're gonna reiterate this idea a million times, and we're gonna try to really get you guys to understand it. Flat is on your 4 big joints, okay? Both shoulders, both hips. When somebody is flat on those, they are so weak. If they get their hips off the ground, they're not weak anymore. When they invert, they're not weak anymore, right? But when somebody is laying on both shoulders and both hips, their ability to be flexible, their ability to be strong is kind of diminished. And so that is what, as the top player, we just try to accomplish this over and over and over again. Whether we pass or not, it doesn't matter. I'm putting you in a weak spot, and you're trying to fight hard from that weak spot. Does that make sense? All right, we'll give you guys, we'll just do 4 minutes and 4 minutes, and just ask questions as you guys see fit. Again, I'm Josh, this is Steve. Ask us anything about anything, we'll be happy to help. Sound good? Let's do it, 1, 2, 3. I would start, see how now much closer you are? Now I would set up the body. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Josh is looking at chest over chest, and we're going to look at how to get there. That's like the big thing, okay? Frames are simply, like if you guys have ever heard about someone passing the guard and you frame it, right? So Josh has me framed right now, okay? How's that feel to you?
They're not bad.
So, where's Junior? What's the weather tomorrow? It's really warm. So he's getting a little tired. I'm not using any effort at all. Now I kill his frame. His frame is my arms here. This is a frame. So how do I kill the frame? I don't kill the frame when you're going down, but I look. I just use my weight to kill frames. So when you're passing guards, we're just looking at killing frames. But we do that with connection and weight distribution, 3 different principles. So he's here. It says frame. I'm connected. I'm killing that frame. And I walk around without using grips. But now where we at? Where did Josh tell us to get?
Chest over chest.
That's where we got to. But we did that without using a whole lot of energy. You can use this on any pass that you want if Josh has a big lead. So what's blocking me here? This is in my way, okay? How's that feel, Josh? Pretty good. So all I'm doing is I always say it like this. I look where he ain't. I want to get chest to chest. Maybe his foot's here on me. This is blocking me, this is blocking me. But there's a lot of space there, so maybe I can do that here. I'm connected, this is blocking me, and this is blocking me. Nothing wrong with going here. And now look, maybe I can go this way. Any questions on passes that you might, or guards that you might have that we can look at from here? This, honestly, this works on everybody's but Nick's.
Yeah.
Because I tried it, and it just doesn't work on his. Okay, so here's the first thing that happens when you get inspired. Most people, what do? You grab. You start fighting, right? So here's what I'm going to do from here. The first thing I do is I don't grab anything. So Josh fire guards me. I'm not giving any resistance, but look. So what happened? So I don't give any resistance. but this is here. So let's connect. And just by connecting, I'm there. Now all my weight's on Josh's hip. So I'm gonna come across and float through. Yes?
So is your thigh slightly moving forward to break that connection?
On that one, honestly, I don't know, because it's not going to be a guard pass. It's not a technique, it's a principle. So maybe Josh gets me in a different position on spider bar. Yeah, now it's different. So here's my first thing. Most of the time, here's what you're going to do. You're going to break that grip, right? Listen, what's he doing? He's pulling me to him. Is that good for me or bad for me? Good. Yeah, because I want to get closer. So as he pulls me in, so I'm melting, I'm floating, I'm not resisting. Will it work every time? 99% of the time it works 50% of the time. But add to it.
I think something that makes it make sense is something you can't see. So anytime I'm looking to pass somebody's guard, the first thing that they will do is they will frame me to keep me at a distance, okay? He does not want me chest over chest. You will notice that all the guards that we play don't let guys do this, okay? This getting chest over chest is always bad. When he feels this, he starts to scoot out. Now he has me at a attack, okay? And so instead, when I start to notice that there is a frame, and the frame's only job is truly to keep me out of the distance that I want to be, first step is always to add my weight to that frame. Right now there is no weight in this frame. He can kick me, he can move me, but he can also be kind of loose with that leg. So if I move, he can follow me pretty easily, right? But as soon as I start to add my weight to that frame and I feel resistance, see how quickly I can create a movement and that frame kicks right past me. If I try this same movement without that resistance, without leaning into him, and I go here, I get swept, right? So every time when my dad was doing these frames, I could feel it, but you guys couldn't really see it. Every time, like when we had Spider, the first move wasn't just to relax, it was to do this to me, right? It's like 2 inches. That little bit of weight, now I can start to beat those frames. If I try that without adding my weight, he's not actually framing me, right? When we're good at playing guard, we're really, really relaxed, and we kind of keep people at this distance all the time. And so I need to get him to stop being relaxed. I need him to be rigid. And how I do that is, we've been joking, the term we've been using is I frog splash on the guy. And so I'm just always doing this, trying to jump chest over chest almost. So when I'm actually giving Jeff just a little bit of energy, how it might look, feeling those frames, and notice those movements that I'm making. And every time I feel like, oh no, Jeff's starting to carry me, I usually just kind of turn my shoulders or turn my hips. I can use my hands to beat those frames, I can use other things, but I think that's the easiest way to think of it, is like when he starts to carry my weight, he can only carry it in one really, really specific direction. And then when I feel what direction that is, oh, he's pushing me right here, all I have to do is a little bitty movement. No, it's not there, right? Just a little movement, because he is only framing me in one direction. But that doesn't work until I get him to resist. Right? So that should be your job. When you're looking at, you know, it's like we were talking about crazy dog pass. Had a little trouble with it because I don't crazy dog pass very much. I just don't grip very much. Ideally, when I'm passing, I'm using my hands as like this last resort. When I'm fighting this knee shield, what am I doing first? If I'm just here and I'm light with this knee shield, it doesn't matter if I try to smash his legs together, nothing happens. But if I just go, I'm gonna lean chest over chest, he has to start to carry my weight, and I can knock the leg that way. And it's very easy for me to do. But until he carries my weight, it isn't easy. If you want a simple way to just get one good rep with this idea, do it with knee shield. Let the person frame you with knee shield, come up on your toes, try to put your weight on it, and see how much that little turn of your chest can beat the knee shield. You can turn it the other way. Sometimes we turn this way on the knee shield. Same idea, he can frame me in one direction, just changing that direction. All right, let's work some stuff with this. Sound good? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
If you were just floating on him and you're just going with whatever moves he made.
Eventually end up in a good spot with little effort, you know?
You're just being patient with it too, right? Like he's got his knee shielded up.
Make him carry it. Make him carry it, then create your angle. Yeah, there. Back. Yep.
It's a lot of energy for me.
It's a lot of energy for the bottom guy. I thought like the best explanation of it, this guy was explaining like as a top player, it's like you ever try to you know, get somebody home that's trying to fight you. It's like it's a little hard when they're trying to fight you. He goes, but if you try to take home a buddy who's passed out, it's impossible. Like, he's boneless, right? So that's what you're looking at as the top guy is I'm going to be as boneless as I can because every time you push, it's like I fall here. You push here, oh, I fall. You know?
Well, I'll go right on that knee. Does that matter? It's okay. Hey, put me in reverse heel heave. I learned a new move. Put me in reverse heel heave. Ready? Ready?
So you guys got belt promotions. Can I do what you do on belt promotions? So here's my position on belt promotions. I never got a belt that I thought I deserved. I never thought I was good enough to get my next belt. I just never did. I never chased a belt. I just chased jiu-jitsu because I loved doing it. We competed in Boca Raton, and I was a purple belt at the time. I got second. We were driving over to Watson's, and I told Josh, I said, Josh, this is the first time in my life that I actually feel like I deserve the belt that I'm wearing. And right when I got there, they promoted me to brown belt. Here I am again. So when it comes to belt promotions, enjoy your belt promotions. But if you don't get what you want, who cares, man? This is fun stuff. Don't make it unfun. Does that make sense? So black belts are great, but to me, jiu-jitsu is much more fun. So that's my spiel, and I tell our group on that all the time. Man, enjoy this journey. This is a precious, precious journey that you get to do. And at my age, I get to do this, and it's phenomenal for me. So I love doing it. So anything to add, Josh?
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take that.
No, I thought that was, yeah. I didn't think he deserved any belt promotion. He got it.
Nathan Jr.
Yeah, guys, let's line up by belt.
Does it make me king of the blue belts if I get a stripe right now? Dang!
No one else has a stripe.
Dang! It's coming. King of the blue belts, right?
2-stripe blue belts suck.
Bryce has 0 stripes. He's a loser.
2 stripes suck, dude.
There you go.
You're not even close
I'm
to
better than
purple
you.
belt.
You suck.
No,
You have 0 stripes. You're a failure.